Hello, my spooky ghouls and goblins. Are you ready for a spectacular Animal Crossing adventure? If so, come join me as I create a Halloween-themed island in an all-island build challenge. We will only have from August 31st to November 29th to have this island completed. This challenge was created by the talented and creative content creator Crossing Maniac. If you are interested in this challenge, please go subscribe to her channel and everything will be linked below. There are 2 themes to choose from, of course. The first one being Halloween, the other one is Turkey Day. Today we will go over all the requirements that is needed for this challenge. I have been secretly waiting to post this video for a bit. I have worked very hard to come up with everything we're going over. So now, let's get spooky. As you can see I have designed a mood board for my island. I will be discussing what themes, colors, and vision, and of course the rules. Starting with the name, I will be naming this island Peekaboo. What better name for an island with Halloween? Onto the island stats. My island representative will be named Boo Boo. I wanted to design a spooky Halloween kid core and thought very hard on the name and my character name. Boo Boo was actually a nickname of mine as I was growing up as a child. I would always get many Boo Boos. Plus, who doesn't love the sidekick of Yogi Bear? The colors are pretty self-explanatory. Orange and green are very common colors for Halloween, but not too far behind is black and purple, so those are the colors we'll be using. My villagers each have a role on my island. This was very hard list to come up with. Yes, there's a lot of great gothic, spooky villagers in ACNH, but I wanted particular ones to fit with the roles I wanted. So we have Marlo, Cherry, Kiki, Muffy, Rattle, Cobb, Lucky, Rodeo, Kyle, and Ruby. For the airport, I am dead set on the colors either orange or green, just to kind of go with the theme, you know? Flowers and shrubbery. I have been debating which flowers I want. I'm definitely going to go with the green mums and the purple mums and the black roses. But as for the orange flower, I'm not sure which one yet, but maybe towards Cosmos. I will be using the orange tea olive shrub. So those are the island stats. Now, let's get into the rules. So, as you can see on the screen here, we have unlimited time travel in Treasure Islands. So you can visit the Treasure Islands as many times as you want, and of course, you have unlimited time travel. No restarting or flattening is required. I, however, will be restarting. Your island must include all the builds required for the theme you choose. So, we have Halloween, so that's the ones we'll be doing. You must use all of the required items. Oh my, cannot speak today. So, all the items that she has listed, we will have to use in our Halloween build. Your home must be decorated, but not upgraded. So for many of you, that would be pretty easy. Your island DA must be set in the month of October or November. I am going to do the month of October because of the bushes that I have chosen. You can choose to play on either northern or the southern hemisphere. We will be playing in the northern hemisphere. I picked the northern one because of the tones of the leaves and the grass, how they are changing. That will fit perfectly with the spooky Halloween. You must leave the message Happy Fall Crossing Crew on your community board. That's a simple thing to do to get your miles for paying off your loan to Tom Nook. So pretty simple. Just go do that. And don't forget to have fun and good luck. So here are the required items that we must use for the Halloween. So for the items, all of the spooky items that you can craft. So we'll be having those. The Western style stone, which is, it looks like the gravestone. So we'll have to have that. Jack's full outfit and Jack's photo. The builds: a pumpkin patch, a graveyard, a pumpkin carving station, the spooky forest, a hedge maze, and all of the villagers' yards must be decorated for trick or treating. And our house, of course, has to be a haunted house. Now, onto my villagers that I have picked, and this is what roles they will be playing. So, I have Addams Family, Hocus Pocus, Frankenstein, Twilight, a mummy, and a ghost. So, for my Addams Family, I have Marlowe as Gomez and Cherry as Morticia. Every time I look at Marlowe, he either reminds me of a mafia type little hamster or, of course, Gomez. So he fit perfectly. Cherry, I really wanted her, and her dress just, well, I guess it's a shirt, but looks like a dress to me. It just kind of screams the whole Morticia vibe. So I was like, yeah, she could fit that. And then, for Hocus Pocus, I have Kiki as Thackeray Binks. Binks is the black cat in the movie, so we will be using Kiki as our black cat. And then, we have Muffy as Mary Sanderson. There's the Sanderson sisters who are witches. Mary wears purple, and I was like, ooh, Muffy's kind of like a gothic looking type character. So I was like, what better way to put her on my Halloween island? And then seeing the purple, I was like, perfect. She can be my Mary Sanderson. Then for Frankenstein, I have Rattle as Dr. Frankenstein. I just love his vibe of the doctor mask, the doctor coat. So I was like, he would be perfect for a Dr. Frankenstein. His eyes just kind of glow to me. So I was like, okay, he can be Dr. Frankenstein. Cobb is green like Frankenstein's monster. So I am going to use Cobb as Dr. Frankenstein's creation. Twilight. This one I just came up with. At first I was going to do Rodeo as just a vampire as, Dracula, and the werewolf for Kyle, and he would played Lucian. But then I was like, vampire, werewolf, Twilight, So Rodeo will be Edward Cullen. He's the main vampire of the movie if you have not seen it or read the books. Kyle is going to be Jacob Black, which he is the other main character in the love interest around Bella. So we will be using them. Well, Lucky is self-explanatory. He's wrapped like a mummy. I was trying to come up with someone he could represent, and the only name of a mummy that really most people would know would be King Tut. So he will be known as King Tut. And then my ghost, I have Ruby. Ruby is a sweet character, and her eyes just scream gumballs to me. So I said she could be Casper. Casper the Friendly Ghost. So that's who she will be playing. Now, onto the villager yards. For the Addams family, I was thinking of having Cherry and Marlowe having a haunted mansion where I could somehow make it look like with both of their houses as part of a mansion. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but it'll be quite the build. The Addams family has a big house, so I figure why not a haunted mansion? And I'm going to have to do HHP, so I'll be doing that off screen. Not all of the stuff that I do for this will be videoed because there's going to be needing a lot of work off screen. As for Dr. Frankenstein area, I was thinking the spooky carving station. I was thinking maybe somehow incorporate that he's making a new monster, and I was maybe gonna try to use like Jack's pumpkin head and maybe have his outfit where it would look like he's starting to create him, so, and have all like the carving stuff right there. So that's what I was figuring. Mummy would be definitely graveyard, so that's pretty simple. In the Hocus Pocus, I was thinking the spooky forest. Yeah, I know in the movie it was more like in the first movie where they were mainly running around in like the cemetery, but I figured like make it more like a spooky forest and having like a cauldron. So I was gonna try doing that. And then Twilight would be Edward Cullen's house would have like the spooky castle maze. Not too far from Kyle's, I was gonna make like a small little forest where the campsite is there, because usually you think of werewolves in the woods and you usually go camping in the woods, so I figured the campsite could be along with his build. And then Casper, which would be Ruby, I was thinking we could do the friendly pumpkin patch. So in their yard they would have a cute little pumpkin patch. This is just some of the ideas I came up with for incorporating the required items and builds with their yards. As for the rest of my island, I'm still debating how I want to decorate it. If you have any questions or comments or ideas that you can give me, I would be greatly appreciative if you just list them below, and if I think I can do what you're suggesting, I will try my best. But like I said, most of this will have to be not recorded, so I can work off video to get this going. But of course, I'm going to take you on the journey of most of it. So I hope you enjoy, And soon I will have where we're looking for the island and just getting those first few little steps that we have to do before we can get KK Slider, so then we can start designing the island. But until then, I will see you real soon.